Video games have a history of being for boys only. But why is this? To find out, we have to go back to when video games first started gaining popularity, the 70s.
Video games at this time were divided into home entertainment and arcade-like pay-for-play games, mainly created for adults looking for fun after work and drinks. During this time, games were gender neutral.
Carol Shaw, the first female game developer hired by Atari, remembers, "We never discussed who our targeted demographic was. We didn't discuss gender or age. We just did games we thought would be fun."
Although game developing was male-dominated, female game developers weren't rare. In fact, for Sierra Entertainment, their most popular game, King's Quest, was designed by female game developer Roberta Williams. Audiences for companies such as these were diverse and believed games to be for everyone.
That is, until the video game crash of 1983. From 1983 to 1985, U.S. revenue for video games fell 97%, from $3.2 billion to $100 million. Many people believe that this would be the end of the video game industry.
However, Nintendo has been credited with reviving the dying industry by promising quality content. They also decided to advertise video games as toys rather than games. Publishers made tournaments to see what demographic was using these new games and discovered that more boys were playing video games than girls. Video games were then reinvented to appeal to the new targeted audience, boys.
These new games were no longer gender neutral. Ads for games featured young men and sexualized women, games with male protagonists. Even nonviolent games were painted in a male color scheme. Jesse DeVnich, Vice President of Insights and Analysis for Electronic Entertainment Design and Research, believes the Nintendo Entertainment System was targeted towards boys under 10. If you look at the Super NES 5 years later, it starts targeting boys ages 10 to 15. Video games were heavily marketed as products for men, and the message was clear: no girls allowed. But how does this affect today's gamers?
It's amazing how little has changed, says University of Pennsylvania professor Yasmin Kafai, a co-editor for a book on gender in video games. 48% of gamers are female, yet ads are still advertising to men, sexualizing its game and characters. There's also a lack of female characters, reinforcing the idea that games are for boys. Studies found that 282 male humans and 53 female human characters appeared, indicating one female for every 5.3 male characters.
But there's also change on the horizon. Christopher Brookmeyer is working on a new video game with a female protagonist. Brookmeyer paints her as a relatable character, as she's just a normal geeky girl and a gamer.
The gaming community could strongly benefit from more characters like this. Jenny Hanover, an experienced female gamer, says everyone I know, when given the option, will play as female characters, including some men who have also lobbied for more female characters and a reduction of both hypersexualized female and male characters. The more we are normalized and shown as protagonists, the more women are going to want to play games.
Thanks for listening. This has been
Madison Kim
and Jillian Werlin with the Gaming Not Just for Guys Anymore podcast.